Hola a todos, bienvenido una vez más a mi canal. Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you guys are like regular watchers of my channel, you'd realize that my last video that I posted last week was my last like vlog. I know, my last study abroad vlog in Madrid. Spoiler alert, I'm still here. If you look at the setup, I'm still in Spain. I leave in a couple days, which is so sad. It's not sad, it's just emotional. I'm a very emotional person in general, but I'm just emotional right now because I'm leaving. But I thought I'll do a quick video for you guys. Like all the other vlogs I do, like, okay, I post them on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it's just me documenting my study abroad experience, my traveling experience. If nobody watches, I don't really care. But this video, if you're going to Alcalá this September 22 or 23, 24, 25, 26, if you're going to Alcalá de Henares for your Erasmus, this video is for you. I thought I would, just give some advice, give some tips and tricks, because I did a video about my visa experience, and throughout the year I've got so many messages of people saying that it helped them a lot, asking me questions. And I don't know, if you're watching this, you've probably done the same thing that I did. When I realized I was going to Alcalá, I was like, Erasmus Alcalá on YouTube, study abroad Alcalá, Alcalá de Henares, and there's not a lot out there. There is not a lot out there. Like, there's one girl, I think her name is, I don't even know if should I say her name? I'm gonna say her name. I think her name is Danielle Jordan, right? An American girl who came to Alcalá in like 2019. And like she did like vlogs and stuff, but I just feel like my experience is different to hers because, okay, she came from America, she came as part of a program, she wasn't really Erasmus, do you know what I mean? And like her content and my content are two different things. And before her, there's nothing on YouTube. If you're watching this, you know there's nothing out there. Like, some things that I filmed in 2008 on a brick is what's been uploaded to YouTube. So when I came here, I was like, I don't know anything. I don't know. Okay, I've looked on Google what it looks like, but I honestly do not know what Alcalá is like. So this video today, I'm wearing my Alcalá hoodie, by the way. It's currently 40 degrees in Madrid right now. It's hot. Hace mucho calor, eh? It's so hot, but I have air conditioning in my room, so my aircon is on, and I'm repping my Alcalá de Henares hoodie. So yeah, this video, I don't know how long it's gonna be. Hopefully, oh, look at my hair. Hopefully it's not too long, but if it's long, it's gonna be helpful. Do you know what I mean? I've got some notes here. I've got some notes. But yeah, I just wanted to start the video by doing an introduction to myself, because I've been posting vlogs, I've been posting TikToks, I've been posting a lot. But I feel like you guys don't know me. Like, unless you've been in Madrid or you met me in person, y'all don't know me. You don't know me. So I thought I'll do like a little introduction. My name is Desiree, or Desirée, as they say here in Spain with a little Spanish accent. I am 21 years of age. What else do you want to know? No, I'm 21. I study in the United Kingdom. I do international relations and Spanish at university. Speak fluent English, obviously. I wouldn't say I'm fluent until I can use o sea and en plan in a sentence. I'm not gonna say I'm fluent, but people normally say I'm fluent in Spanish because I can speak without any problems. Like, I'm just like, da, 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 da. If you hear me speak in Spanish, I'm like, da, da, es que yo no sé. Sorry. Spanish, English, I can understand a lot of French. Speaking it, that's a different question. So I do like my languages, I like my traveling. I'm a social person. Like, I did a games night. I hosted a games night in January, which you've seen. If you watch my January enjoyment vlog, you'll see that in there. I've done a summer barbecue, which was in my last vlog. I'm just like a social butterfly. Like, all the people that I've met out here, it's been through social media or me just, talking to people. At the same time, I would say I'm quite shy. My friends are going to disagree with me, but I would say that I'm a bit shy sometimes. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. There's nothing else really to know. But I'm gonna split this video up into parts. I don't know what the parts I'm gonna call them yet, but just look in the description if you want to skip to a specific part. Okay, so I'm here to help you guys, okay? The first part is you've been accepted to Alcalá de Henares. You're thinking, where the hell is Alcalá de Henares? Because I'm gonna do a story time about how I almost didn't make it to my year abroad because of some things that happened. But when I did find out I was going to Alcalá, they were like, oh, it's near Madrid. It's not in Madrid, it's near Madrid. So I'm literally looking on YouTube like, Alcalá de Henares, like, where is that? Alcalá de Henares, okay, basically, the way Spain is, they have different comunidades. So you've got Madrid, you've got Barcelona, you've got Valencia, Galicia, País Vasco. I'm not going to list all of them. Andalucía, Castilla y León, Castilla-La Mancha, all these regions. And then you've got like different towns and cities within the regions. So Madrid is a region, but Madrid is also a city. So for example, I'm from London. So you've got London as like the central London, but then you've got like the outskirts, like Greater London. So in Madrid, you've got the city centre where Complutense, Autónoma, Carlos III, Rey Juan Carlos, like where a lot of the Madrid unis are located. And then you have Alcalá de Henares, which is, I should have done some research. I don't know how many kilometers it is away from Madrid city centre, but it's the east of Madrid. And the way I would describe it, it's as far east as you can go before you go into Castilla-La Mancha. Like, it's very, very east. We just about make it in Madrid, okay? So yeah, that is Alcalá de Henares. It is a UNESCO heritage site. So like, I can say where I live now, because by the time this video comes out, I'm not going to be in Alcalá anymore. But I live on Calle Mayor, which is the main road of Alcalá de Henares. Like, it's the Gran Via of Alcalá de Henares. That's what I call it. And then every time I come out of my house on like, especially like Fridays and weekends, like there's so many tourists because people just love doing day trips here. Like if you've heard of Alcalá de Henares, you've probably heard of it in the context of it's a nice place to do a day trip. Like there's a Miguel Cervantes museum, there's some other stuff. Plaza Cervantes is cute. It's cute. It's cute. But yeah, that's where it's located. It's located in the east of Madrid, and Universidad de Alcalá is in Alcalá de Henares. So this is where the university is. I'll talk a bit about the university in the later parts, but that's just a little introduction to Alcalá de Henares. I'm gonna say Alcalá. If I say Alcalá, it means Alcalá de Henares. I can't be able to say the whole thing. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna kind of break it down for you, because when I tell you there's nothing out there, and like I'd rather you guys know a little bit before you come. So in terms of where to shop, okay, you have Carrefour, which is located near the station. You have Mercadona, or you have a few Mercadonas. There's a Mercadona towards like the economics faculty, as if you're going towards Madrid. So the Carrefour is away from Madrid, and Mercadona is towards Madrid. They have Dias located around. So Carrefour, Dia, Mercadona would probably be the main places that you shop. There's Ahora Más, which is quite cheap compared to the others, but it's a bit smaller. And then if you want to do shopping as in like clothes, there's a shopping mall called Alcalá Magna. Depending on where you live, you probably need to get a bus. You can walk, it's like 20 minutes walk. So if you guys want to walk, you can walk, but there's a bus that takes you there. What to see in Alcalá de Henares? There's not much. I'll be so real with you guys, there is not much at all. Like, you have like a couple museums, and then you have like the main square, and then you have the unis. But apart from that, there's not a lot to see. I love it here, innit? I'm an Alcalaína, but there's not a lot to see. I'll be so honest with you guys. But Calle Mayor is like the main road, the road I live on. There's bars, restaurants, shops, like everything's on here, and the road leads into Plaza Cervantes. So if you're going to meet your friend or something, they'll probably be like, quedamos en la plaza, like we're going to meet up in the Plaza Cervantes. Where to live, guys, please listen to me and listen to me well, because I don't know about you, my university, I don't want to call them useless, but they gave me no help. And even Alcalá, they gave us, basically there's university accommodation which is called Cruza. Don't make the mistake that my friend did, and the mistake that I almost did. Do not live in Cruza. And I'm going to justify why I'm saying this. If you want to stay there, by all means, do what you want, do you know what I mean? But the way Alcalá is, so you've got Calle Mayor, which is the main road. You've got Filosofía y Letras, which I think most of you will be in. So if you do Spanish, humanities, I do politics, that's what they put me, Filosofía y Letras. It's like the arts faculty. Right by Plaza Cervantes, very central. You've got the law faculty, which is right at the end of Calle Mayor. And you've got the economics faculty, which is literally the other end, kind of behind a little bit. So these are the main faculties in the city centre. Then you have the medical campus. So if you do anything sciencey, you're like 20 minutes away. And it's like a 45-minute walk, but 20 minutes on public transport away from the city. Oh, I called it a city. Away from the centre. It's not a city. Away from the centre. And Cruza is literally right next to the medical campus. If you're like my friend or like me and you're in Filosofía y Letras, staying in Cruza makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's a good price, but it's just so far. It is so far. Like, in terms of walking to uni, you're gonna have to get a bus. You can't walk. And like, for example, nights out and stuff, we'd get back and I just go home, but she needs to get a bus, but the buses to Cruza stop at 12. And if you're coming back, I'll talk about social life in a couple parts, but when you're coming back at like 5, 6, 4 even, there's no bus. So she's had to get a bus back from Madrid and then get an Uber from there to Cruza. And then the Uber drivers, they don't want to be picking up the ride. They want to be cancelling. So for her, it was a nightmare. But it's big, it's spacious, and it's known for having parties. If you're a party animal, go there. But I would not recommend you live there if you're in economics, Filosofía y Letras, or Derecho, law. If you're in any of these faculties, stay in the centre. Don't go to Cruza. Unless, if you want to commute, you can commute, but my personal advice to you is don't stay there. And then where should you stay? If you like if you're a big city person and you know you're going to be in Madrid city centre a lot, staying by the station is always a good option. There's quite a lot of houses by there. There's a Carrefour right by the station as well. So by the station is good. Where I live, which is called, I think it's called Casco Histórico. It's like the name of the place, which is basically in the centre. Anywhere near Plaza Cervantes, near Calle Mayor, if you can stay near there, perfecto. It's so good. Near economics faculty, there's some houses behind there. Anywhere in the centre. I wish I could have a map and then just put it here. I'm not a YouTuber, I don't know how to do that. But if you do message me on Instagram, I will give you, I'll detail the map for you and show you where you should live. I know someone that lived near El Val, which is like south of Alcalá. But everyone else, we all lived in the centre because it made the most sense. And the majority of my friends were from Filosofía y Letras, Economías, or Derecho. So we all our faculties were near each other. Is that it about, and how to find where to live? You should look at Idealista or Piso Compartido. When you're looking for anywhere in Spain, not just Alcalá, anywhere in Spain, these are the main websites to use. They're very good in finding things. I used aluni.net, and the one reason why I would recommend this is because they're a letting agency. So it wasn't just me and the landlord, it was me, aluni, and the landlord. I'm not going to go into my landlord, but when landlords don't listen, you have a letting agency that will help you. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if it's just you and the landlord, if they're not listening to you, get out it. Do you know what I mean? What you're going to do. But in terms of finding accommodation, try and find it as soon as possible. I know some people, they like to come here first and then have a look. I wanted somewhere to stay. I did not want to stay in a hotel for the first week. Like my first week in Spain, I'm in a hotel looking for accommodation. No, I don't want to do that. But if you guys can do what you want, I'm just here to advise you. Next part, social life / Erasmus. This is my favorite part because I'm a social butterfly, do you know what I mean? Okay, all this video, I'm going to be very honest and I'm going to talk about my specific experience in the year 21-22. If you don't have the same experience, do you know what I mean? Social life in Alcalá de Henares, okay. If you stay in Alcalá and you don't go anywhere else in terms of to Madrid, I think personally you're going to suffer. Alcalá de Henares is un pueblito, do you know what I mean? Don't tell them I said this, but it's a very small town. If there's a couple bars, couple restaurants, but like I was even talking to my friend and he's an Alcalaíno, like he's born and raised in Alcalá, and he was even saying like the standard here for Alcalá, not that it's bad, but it's just not Madrid. When you think, you're going to be thinking in your head, oh, Madrid is this, Madrid is that. Okay, you're in Madrid, but you're not in Madrid city centre. You're in the Comunidad de Madrid. We're in the outskirts. We're in las afueras. We're literally in the outskirts. So in terms of social life, I mean, Erasmus Alcalá is great. Like, I spoke about it previously in some of my videos, but they have so much events like tandems, tapas nights, karaoke. We did an escape room. They do trips. They do... In terms of connecting you with other Erasmus students in Alcalá, they're very, very good at it. So I would recommend going, because even me, I went and then I stopped going to Erasmus events. At least if you go for the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even the first month, make your friends and then decide whether you want to continue going to Erasmus events. Do you know what I mean? In terms of clubbing, oh, goodness gracious. I have a love-hate relationship with the Green. If you have watched the vlogs, you've heard me talk about the Green so many times. its full name is the Green Irish Pub. It's not a club. It's not a club. I promise you, it's not a club. They have a dance floor upstairs with a DJ and lights and smoke machine and balloon drop and everything. But it's not. No, it's una discoteca. If you want to go to a club, Madrid, clubs in Madrid are up there. Do you know what I mean? But it's free entry for Erasmus students, and it's on the end of Calle Mayor near the economics faculty. So it's very centrally located, and that's another reason why I said if you can stay in the center, because if you're going on nights out, it's easy to go home. Do you know what I mean? So the Green, Casco or Malamente, which is a bit towards the station, but that's another place people go. Hanoi, it's in the center. If you want to go to Hanoi, go to Hanoi, but I personally do not like Hanoi. You might love it, but me personally, I do not like it. So there's a couple clubs. Entry is normally like €7 with a drink. Like, it's not crazy because you're actually in Alcalá de Henares, which is like a small town. They're not going to be charging you €25 entry like they are in Madrid. Entry is going to be cheap. Drinks are going to be cheap. Everyone's going to be good vibes. It's going to be Erasmus students. It's going to be reggaeton. Not a lot of English music though. So if you do listen to English music or you are English, there's not a lot of English. Even in Madrid, there's not a lot of English music. It just depends where you go. But social life here, I think it's all right. It's all right. As I said before, if you just stay here and you don't go to Madrid, you might suffer a bit. But if you mix it like I did, like I went nights out in Madrid, I went to eat in Madrid, but also I did a lot of nights out in Alcalá, and I did quite a few restaurants in Alcalá as well. So it's just find that balance, do you know what I mean? Because going to Madrid can be so tiresome sometimes. I'm going to talk about that, going to Madrid. But it can be so tiresome. But social life in Alcalá, it's calm. That's what I'm going to say. It is calm. I mean, I've made Spanish friends. So like, for me, I've had that Erasmus bubble, but then I've also gone out with Spanish people. I've quedado con ellos, do you know what I mean? Tomar algo. Spanish people love just going for drinks because the weather's good, so they just like going for drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what social life is like. Moving on to transport, guys. Mira. This is your best friend. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. This is your best friend. It's an abono. I've spoken a bit about it, but I'm gonna speak about it more here. €20 every month, and you get unlimited bus, train and metro. So let me explain how to get from Alcalá to Madrid. So you live in Alcalá de Henares, right? And you're like, I want to go to Madrid, I want to go to Gran Via, I want to go to Sol. Two options. You can either walk to the station and get the train from Alcalá de Henares to Madrid city centre. Normally you get off at Atocha, which is like the main station, and then you can get a metro from Atocha straight to Gran Via, straight to Sol. It's like 8 minutes from there, which is perfect. Or you can get the bus from Alcalá de Henares to Avenida de América. I don't like that place. The reason why I don't like it is because it's just situated so badly, and the lines there are the most useless lines. Who's using line 7? Nobody. Who's using line 9? Do you know what I mean? When you come to Madrid, you're going to understand what I mean. Those lines are useless, and that's where Avenida de América is, and that's what it's connected to. So in my opinion, you're better off going to Atocha, because wherever you're going is probably going to be near Atocha, Gran Via, Sol, do you know what I mean? So you're better off going there and getting a train from there. And then, yeah, the train is 40 minutes from Alcalá to Atocha, 50 minutes if you want to go to Nuevos Ministerios, which is like North Madrid. Yeah, this is your best friend, by the way, because it's unlimited. You just be tapping all month, and living in Alcalá, because this card applies to everyone that lives in the Comunidad de Madrid, not just the city centre, in the Comunidad de Madrid. So you can use this to go from Alcalá to Madrid, to like do anywhere in this region, you can use it. And then in terms of transport, okay, so I've said that I've gone to nights out in Madrid, I've done whatever. So like the last train from Alcalá to, I keep forgetting, the last train from Madrid to Alcalá is at 11:52. Do you want to know how I know this? Because I'm always trying to get the last train, and sometimes I don't make it. So it's 11:52 from Atocha, and that brings you back to the station. But you're thinking, I want to go for a night out, I want to go for drinks, I can't make the 11:52 train. No te preocupes, eh? No te preocupes, no pasa nada. Basically, Avenida de América, there's a night bus, it's called N202, comes every half an hour. So midnight, half past midnight, 1, 1:30, 2, 2:30, 3, 4:30. Do you know what I mean? Every half an hour, and it's pretty reliable. I'll give them that. Like, the bus does come, and 2 of them come. So you're never gonna get to the night bus and then you're not gonna get on, or like there's not gonna be anyone there. I've gotten the night bus at like 1, 3, 5, and there's always people on the bus. Not loud, but always people on the bus. So in terms of safety as well, you do feel a bit safer knowing that you're not just the only one on a bus at 4 a.m. in the morning. Do you know what I mean? The only problem is metro closes at 1. So to get to Avenida de America, you are going to have to use Uber. It depends where you are, but it's normally like €5. So it's not too bad. That's why I say balance it. Do some in Madrid, do some in Alcalá de Henares. Yeah, so that night bus, it's very, very good. And it's allowed me to go out with my friends in Madrid to still enjoy nights out in Madrid without, because I don't really like staying at people's houses. I like my own bed. I like my bed, so I like coming home no matter what the time is. And these Spanish people, they love to club late. I promise you, if you get to a club before 2 a.m, it's not going to be good. Not that the club is not good, there's just no one there. So you're better off going at 2, 3, and then leaving at 6, which is when most people leave, and then the trains will be running then. First train is at like 5:15, which is perfect. So if you finish clubbing at 6, metro's open, trains are open, you can get back to Alcalá de Henares. Yeah, I'm looking at the time. This video is getting kind of long, but I'm going to continue because I think it's going to be very helpful. Ignore this accent, I do it all the time. Academics. I've talked a lot about where Alcalá is situated, social life, how to go to and fro, Let's talk about academics. Derecho, Filosofía y Letras, y Economías, the 3 best faculties in my opinion. What other faculties are there? These are the main ones. So I'm in Filosofía y Letras, and the good thing about my faculty is that Pilar, she's a great woman. She's our Erasmus coordinator. Any problem you have, she's going to help you. And she's going to coordinate your modules and everything. Just email her, show up to her office. Maybe book an appointment before you show up to her office. But I promise you, she's going to help you. And they have Erasmus modules. I've spoken a bit about that, but it's basically modules that are just for Erasmus students. So the whole aim is to improve your Spanish. The whole aim is to improve your Spanish. And like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? They're not as strict as if you were in like the Spanish classes, because they know you're all exchange students. Unless you don't turn up, it's very hard to not pass an Erasmus module because it's designed for exchange students, Erasmus students, do you know what I mean? But in terms of academics, there are Spanish classes, you are with the Spanish people, you have to do assessments like them. Tipo test, do you guys know what tipo test is? It's multiple choice in Spanish, and they love it here. I'll be doing a module, and my final exam is a 10 question tipo test, like multiple choice test. And from England, I'm doing essays. I'm not used to this multiple choice, but they do love it here. Some advice I would give is just make sure everything you do, just write your name, right? And write Erasmus in brackets. I mean, they're probably going to know that you're Erasmus anyway, but just remind them. That's what I did. I was like, Erasmus, Desirée, Erasmus, Desirée, Erasmus, just so that they didn't forget and like failed me or something. I passed all my modules, by the way, so. Yeah, academically, it depends on your uni. So coming where I'm from, I don't even know what my requirements were, but people were saying I need to pass half of my modules that I took. Some of them said I have to pass all of them. Some of them said I have to pass whatever Alcalá standard is. My advice to you, just pass your modules. If you fail one, it's not the end of the world, but just make sure you pass your modules. That way there's no problems, there's no recuperación, there's no resits, do you know what I mean? I've gone into details about the classes I took, but this is just like a general thing. It's just a general video. Academics, my teachers were alright, but I'm just used to the English university system. I'm used to doing 4,000, 5,000 word essays for each module as a politics student. So here when I'm doing multiple choice and like presentations and all of that, I'm like, oh, que interesante. But yeah, I'm gonna round it up because this video is getting very long and I don't want it to be too long. I really feel like I'm speaking quite quickly. But Alcalá de Henares, look at that, how cute is that? I've loved it. I have loved it. Living here, another thing is like rent is so much cheaper. All these holidays that I've been taking, Paris, Morocco, Portugal, it's because I've had extra money that should I tell you how much I pay in rent? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys because I I needed a video like this. I pay 360 euros in rent with bills included. My friends in Madrid, 450 minimum. Some of them 500, some of them 550, some of them 600. So I'm saving 100, 150 pounds every month compared to my friends. That's why living in Alcalá has its benefits, you know what I mean? If you are a party person, you might not like it, and that's fine. There's some people that they go to Alcalá and they live in Madrid and they do that commute. Well done to them. I couldn't do it, but they do that commute. But living in Alcalá, it's a cute little town, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. Don't write it off. It has its little perks and little quirks. Yeah, Alcalaína por siempre. I've really enjoyed my time here. I love it. Alcalá I can't even speak, can I? Alcalá de Henares es mi segunda casa por siempre. So yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Sorry if it's a bit all over the place. I've been trying to just give tips, but that is just, I needed a video where someone just spoke about what it's like, because I didn't know anything. If you do have any questions, please, my Instagram is in the bio below. I've got so many DMs over this whole year, like people are asking me, and I do appreciate all the nice messages and questions and stuff like that. So if you do have any questions, let me know, because I'm not an ambassador for Alcalá, but I feel like now that I've lived here, I can, you know, at least advise somebody about what to do, where to live, things to see and stuff like that. So yeah, muchas gracias por ver este video. I've got a Q&A coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but if you see this video, follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to put up a question sticker about Q&A, and I'm going to answer every question. Yeah. Any question you have about study abroad, Alcalá, anything, I'm going to answer it. I can go into detail about things maybe I didn't answer in this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Story time coming, and then that's my study abroad content over. Se acabó. Se acabó el horario. Muchas gracias y hasta la próxima.